Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.
Well, hello guys, welcome back to the Esports Presents Showdown Series Season 4 of Valorant, powered by Crucial by Macron, GPU partner Zodiac Gaming, and media partner Gossip.gg. Well, I'm right up with me. We do have also the desk, and we are back with the action. It's match number 2 today, and it is going to be pretty interesting because it's between Ace versus Amigos. Any comments on that, Ozora?
First off, match number 2 and shirt number 2. That's one thing which you already gotten on yourself. That's nice. I did. That's the reason I went like, wait, what? I'm going to be carrying forward with the same old shirt and you're changing? Okay, cool. That definitely has put me in the back line. But moving forward, answering your question regarding what will happen in the current matchup, Amigos, they're very well prepared, man. They're amped up. Amigos Esports, it's like they are out here for vengeance because they all know what they did in the grand finale in season number 3. So that thing should not carry forward. So Ace, I don't know how Ace can even go ahead and put forth some competition in front of Amigos.
I think it's a well-equipped team. They do have some phenomenal individuals. The only complaints that I had from them in the past 2 seasons was basically their compositions. They kind of always go ahead and bring some of those agents which are not that adequate for a particular map, not well equipped for that particular map. For example, in Ascent, I've seen them going with a Deadlock, which is not the ideal choice that you really want to go with. They have gone with Yorus, they've gone with Phoenix in one of those maps where the value could not come through. So all of those small teeny tiny mistakes that they do in the agent composition, agent selection screens, that right there is going to put them on a bad spot. Otherwise, they are absolutely on par. It's not like that they have certain disadvantages in their favor. And we start off with Ascent. What is happening today is both the games that we have witnessed so far are actually the compositions of these 3 maps. We have seen Abyss, Iceberg, Sunset, Bind, all of those 4 maps getting banned every time. We started with Lotus, then Haven and Ascent. Now in the match number 2 today. We have map number 1 as Ascent, the defense-sided map, and the rest 2 remaining maps are going to be the attack-oriented, where in the map of Ascent, the defenders will be Amigos, and they will have a better hold of this first map, to be precise, for the first 12 rounds. And I'm looking forward to see how that momentum is going to get carried away for Amigos in the next particular stage as well. Because for Ace, the most important stuff right here is going to be to deliver and get the first map in their favor. Because in some interviews, if I'm not wrong, we have heard that it's the favorite of Ace.
Yeah, it's their favorite, man. Like in interviews or even with the gameplay, they all love Ascent. They love even Lotus. Two hard-hitting maps, man. Two hard-hitting maps. We did see the composition go a bit weak towards Haven, but that's the later, that's the decider. If it ends with 2 map itself, then it's going to be 2-0 flat out. Ace on the other corner, I don't have much to talk about them because every single time I see them even do some kind of a gameplay here, it's just that they are downright bitten right off it. So hoping that they can create some kind of chaos here in the corners of Amigos. It'll be amazing to look at. But Amigos, like the way they have already built themselves, the pepped up energy from the previous season itself, the retribution, the way they want to go ahead, get that redemption. They want to redeem themselves. It's a big storyline. And I'm hoping that they can go ahead and deliver the final blow this time around. Because last BO5, well, we all know what the entire situation was.
Well, season 3 was fun, but I believe the competition is on a whole another level right now in season 4, as we already have started with 2-1s coming to the picture. So it's not like one of those equations where the teams are, or which particular team are winning, they are winning with clean chits in their favor. They are facing some backlash. Then they are trying to come back into the picture, be it like teams like Anything Works or even teams like Neo Esports. Few of the amazing teams that were there in season 3 are struggling. That is a clear indication that season 4 is even more interesting, is even more challenging for these amazing teams. There are certain lineup changes, there are certain playstyle changes, there is a new agent also in the mix, which is Vice, but we have not yet seen Vice coming back a lot. I mean, you have to have a different sentinel. I mean, 2 sentinels, then you can bring 1 Vice and 1 KJ or Cypher along with it. That might be valuable for you, but a sentinel or Vice itself in a particular playing 5, is not going to be that valuable, I believe.
I mean, Vice, it's just that not many teams have gone ahead and implemented her, right? And recently itself, the entire circuit got over, the tier 1 circuit. So it's all about the Chinese team going ahead and implementing, or a team from EA just going ahead and trying to do all of these things. So it's about following those footsteps. It's about following those patterns. And that's one thing which I believe in Indian circuit. It's going to take some time, but surely they're going to go ahead and try and implement agents, and from us, other teams are gonna learn. So yeah, for now, Vice, I do get it. She comes with a jam-packed utility based. Every aspect looks good. Even her wall, it's amazing. It's made of Ambuja cement. Nobody can break it. Every single one of them can go ahead and cry about it. But nope, it's all gonna break. You can catch people off guard. I completely understand that. But yet again, it's about the durability. It's about how you can implement it in your roster. I've seen Vice being utilized in ranked matches, but again, it's just how you can play individually Vice. But when it comes to the team play, that's one of the most crucial things which you need to think about or give it a big thought about it. So yeah, so these are the things which I believe Vice is currently lacking. So it's gonna take some time for all the tier 3 teams as well to go ahead and try and bring in the meta, the latest meta. So hoping for that later on we can see it soon. But again, it'll be a normal composition, Raider, as expected. Ascent, we all know mirror composition keeps coming in, KO and following agents, just going hand in hand and trying to get that early information. So I pretty much believe that it's a textbook strategy coming from both the end. What do you think?
Even I believe that from the specific sides of Amigos, I believe they are going to go with the textbook approach. But Ace, the way they have played in the past, I think once again some different competition is going to queue in, and if that happens, I will have my doubts on that particular team, because whenever you go out of the box, there are 2 possibilities. Either you are able to like cherish that, or you are going to just completely get shut down. So which particular possibility is going to be there for Ace? That's what we really want to know. But yes, talking about the usual competitions, You'll get to see double initiators probably, KO and Sova respectively. Then you have Sentinel, which is going to be KJ probably. Cypher is good, but apart from that, be it Vice or Chamber or Sage or any other like Deadlock, it's just not something that you can pull through, specifically when you're talking about the Showdown series. It's the season 4 already. We have seen a lot of mistakes done from season 1 to season 3. People should evolve along with that, and I think the composition should be rectified. Smokes, there was a period when we got to see Clove a lot, but lately it's just Omen, Omen, and Omen. And apart from that, when you talk about duelists, Jet or a Neon can work.
Of course, it definitely works. The map of Ascent, it's soon gonna unfold, but before that, let's look at the lineup. My oh my. Seems like there has been some kind of addition here. Yes, Xeon being one of the finest addition towards this roster, hoping to get some kind of a head start here. And I'm just hoping that the team is prepared this time. If they make it to the home stretch, which is heading towards the grand finale, they can do something big there. So, yeah. Moving forward, we're going to see Ace as well. Ace, filled with all masterclass players. Well, I believe that they have a lot of metal to prove, man.
They do have a very big opportunity and a very big name behind their banner that they really need to prove. In last few seasons, they have evolved along the way. They made sure that they show their fans how capable this team is. And now, obviously, they would love to go ahead and fight against Neori, because that's the exact team you are going to face if you secure the spot to the upper bracket finale. Neori is out there with the 2-1 scoreline, beating nearest burst stand and pushing them to the lower bracket. But what will happen in the second matchup is going to make a history for this 4th season of Showdown Series, of course presented by the Esports Club. I am looking forward to see what happens next, and agent selection is something that is putting a lot of anxiety in me, because right there we have seen Ace faltering down, and right there we have seen Amigos winning some maps. Let's see what happens, because this is a battle that I was really interested to see. Let's see what particular type of agents are going to come in, what's the composition, because there could be a possibility that we might get to see double duelists coming in from Ace, as they are the duelist. Look at that, Vim going for the deadlock. As I said, something different. Izzy is going to go for a Cypher, a double sentinel approach on the attackers itself. Wow.
I feel bad for them already. Not gonna lie, I feel bad already. And on the other corner, it's Amigos is going ahead for the textbook approach. The same amount of lineup which we see every single time. Ginola going ahead for that. Jet as well. So good dual initiator composition coming in from Amigos. But a very big iffy move from Ace. Vimp. Deadlock. Ouch.
Yeah.
I hope they don't get a boo-boo in the first game itself.
I mean, after looking at the comp, they might just get it. But defenders, what are Amigos going to do? That is something that matters the most at this point, because even this iffy competition can work if Amigos are not on their best foot forward for now. The competition is pretty, should I say, conventional coming in from the defenders. Amigos are going with the conventional meta. They are going to go with the double initiators. They have Juggy and Nico going with respect to the Sova and KO respectively. Then they have Xeon playing on the KJ. And honestly, after seeing this agent select screen, I can clearly say this and indicate this, that there is no change in the roles as well. If there is a duelist, he is in on the duelist. If there is an initiator like Juggy, he is still there with that initiator role. On the other corner, if you see like Xeon, he is there with the KJ. So I think not even the composition has been changed. You talk about the type of agents, it has not been changed. As per the map, the exact meta that you need is already here. Now, beating Ace is going to be very, very opportunistic for the lads of Amigos, because they will get that upper hand in the first map. Because second map, if you see, Lotus is the map, which is even more challenging. You have a triple-sided upper advantage coming in, and that itself explains how chaotic the map is going to be. You have 3 sides to cover, you have 3 sides to go ahead and get that capitalization done and dusted on. So it is going to be very interesting to see how the game goes on from there. But for the first map, I believe I'm way too excited for that, because agent selection, that is very, very dicey.
Oh my god, it seems already dicey, man. I have those jitters in me. Deadlock, Cypher still better. Cypher is still better. Hands down, Cypher is still okay. But the
But deadlock.
firepower, the nanoswarms, yeah, it's a big question mark how they can even tackle the situation, because we all know Deadlock, even though she has that perfect barrier, she can make it, she can form it, it's breakable. And after that, you have no resistance at all. You cannot stop the enemy team marching inside the site, parading, and then telling that, you know what, we have captured you from all four directions. You have nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. And this, I believe, is going to be the situation every single time. Looking at the attack, it's beautiful. It's like you mentioned, it's one of those textbook approaches coming in from Amigos Esports. And Ginola, whenever we see him following up on that jet, he's unstoppable, man.
Mhm.
He's unstoppable. And I have no clue how will Ace even go ahead and ace this through.
These are the attackers. They definitely will have to pull through at least, should I say, 5 rounds in their favor. They would be looking forward to either get a lead or maybe at least equalize with a 6-6 scoreline. That is the kind of goal. But I think Wimp is very good with his aim. Even though that he's decided to play on a deadlock, I think that aim game from Wimp is something that is going to put Amigos in a dicey situation, because he and his precision, along with that, the team support that they get, is something very, very interesting. You have the Gravnet to work with, the barrier mesh, the sonic sensors to avoid the backstabs. All of that are obviously going to be amazing. And at the end, one of the best ultimates, the Annihilation. If you catch somebody, he's just all in all useless at that point, because he's just screaming, save me, put me down. That's all you can do at that moment. So it's very funny to watch whenever Annihilation comes to an effect. But there has been a lot of rounds where we have seen Annihilation is just out of your value. You don't really get a lot of value, be it like a kill contract or even Empress. We have seen a lot of time when Empress, you switch to that Reina, the Empress comes in, you are stimmed, your fire rate is high, but you still falter down. Things like that are bound to happen, because at the end, this is the competition that we're talking about. It's the level of competition, it's utter decimation that each team demands at this point. But yes, guys, with that, we begin the action in the very first map of Ascent. There's the alarm bot. He's trying to break it up open, uses 6 of his bullet, but it didn't happen. And finally, what it took was a shock dart.
Yeah, sometimes you keep spraying through, you have no answer back in return. And right now, Ginola good for only one. Dr. Evil. Little did he know, Nico was just waiting around the corner. The moment he was about to take a piece of the pizza, he was taken right back. And with just one loss, that is Ginola, they've gotten this entire round. I believe it's just the early rounds. It's all right. We completely understand. Wimp has a really good aim, but unfortunately, we could not see that in the first round itself. So, hoping that he's going to shine in the next following one, because this one is done right dusted. They've gone in for those classics, and on the opposition, it's for, of course, Amigos is going ahead, bringing the Outlaw, Ginola, and alongside Guardian. So, big hitting weapons. And the HP is just 100 to work around with. Ace, how can they retaliate?
Well, let's wait and watch. I definitely want to see what happens next, guys. It's the first round already in the favor of Amigos. That shows that Ace, the start for them is not desirable. They have not yet won. I mean, they have not yet even opened up, to be honest. They got one value. They were able to take one player down. But other than that, the rest remaining four were able to bring the complete chaos onto them. It all started with some 6 amazing shots of Sheriff in the mid area where the alarm bot was positioned. None of that was valuable, but finally we got to see a shock dart coming into the picture. And then following it up, we get to see a slam on the mid. In top mid, we got to see Wimp taking one player down, but instantaneously he also got compromised. So it was pretty interesting how the whole game went down, how the whole retaliation was pretty on point from Amigo, should I say. The only guy which was put down was, I believe, Xeon, if I'm not wrong. But there's a small tech pause right now, guys. Let's wait and watch. Once everything is ready, we'll dive into the second game. And as I'm already very excited about this matchup, these tech pauses, these small pauses are obviously proving a little bit more of anxiety in us. But for now, let's wait. Wimp, absolutely amazing individual. Can he deliver?
I hope I don't press in that snooze button. Technical pauses are like a big hurdle here. And I hope everything gets sorted through, because this round is more prominent to head towards Amigos itself. Situations, they do look very dicey. And a technical pause right at the beginning. Not even giving the inch or the um, effect or the advantage for the likes of Ace. Shot comes through. Doesn't matter, Ginola. He's sticking by his guns. He knows that he needs to hit just one bullet and he will get that kill. Neko on the other corner. Good ways to just shut down one trap god. No matter how good he is with his taps, it's not going to matter because this duo is just going ahead and bringing a lot into the picture. With no weapon loss, they've gotten this round. Amigos up for 2.
Finally, the full buy will be queuing in, but no economical damage. It's a flawless win for Amigos in the previous round. That means Ace, you have to fight back against a team who is there with a bonus buy. They do have their Outlaws, the Guardians, the Bulldogs that they purchased in the second round available with them. That is something which is obviously going to help them a lot. It's 2-0 for now. Let's see what happens next. I mean, at this point, opening up and getting the very first round is the main goal for Ace so that they can figure out the Crabnet game through. There you go. That Crabnet is definitely very, very risky to pull off. But the trip is going to get broken away. Easy with a Bulldog. He is out here, but it's a bifurcated approach. 2 individuals are there on A. The spike is on tiles. No, sorry, not tiles, but on catwalk. It's a deadlock Wimp, if I'm not wrong, who is holding it up. Other than that, slow, steady approach. They are showing themselves, but then again, they are not really going for the 1v1s.
Well, true. They're not exposing. They're not overstepping at all. Corners need to be checked. Xeon gets 2 big kills with just Ghost. And there's the weapon upgrade that they needed. Wimp. But now, yet again, a big T-Tot been taken. But looking at the way, he's completely paranoid. I don't think so. It's going to be a good scenario. But Wimp, he definitely shines there. Outsmarts, outwits the opponent. But there's a good trade-off coming through as well. Finally, the post-plant coming through. The entire site at the disposal of Ace.
This paranoia will be a game changer. Yup, there comes a paranoia. But it is ineffective. Shock dart goes in. Not even a single ounce of damage coming into the picture. From both the sides, if you see. You know that.
Oh no, that was a good drop.
Ooh, the last man standing. Dr. Evil versus Xeon. 2 of the behemoths, 4 more bullets to work with. And he's going to put him to sleep. And there you go. Amigos, once again, are the triumphant one against Team Ace. 3-0. They were playing on bonus buys. And Xeon, if I'm not wrong, Azora started with mere Ghost. Got 2 down.
I mean, he had
was
a
able
Marshall.
to take that Vandal. Yeah, okay, lovely.
He had a
Marshall, but he got the frags with Ghost, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. He's like, let me just not risk this one through. Let's just go ahead, take the Ghost and pencil the opponents down. And what a way, man. What a way. Xeon. He's a really good addition to this roster. The smartness. The way he just went ahead and he calculated every single situation, Raider. It was perfect.
Amazing execution coming in from Xeon. Sentinel, who is well equipped to anchor a site, but he's even more amazing and efficient to completely clutch the round away for the team as well. Now, with some shaky buy, Ace are moving forward. They do have some sheriffs to work with, but in their counter-attack, they have Vandals available. They have some utilities available. It is going to be enticing to see what happens next. One tap god is going to put a bit of a pressure. Here comes the swing. One tap god finds not just 1 but 2. Lovely opening coming in from this lad. And the tree was also wide open. The operator, what will it get? The barrier mesh activated. But still he gets 1 tap god. Smallest of the pixel. If you get that in front of these guys, they are going to bring in the value. Xeon, he's going to swing catwalk.
Oh, nice tap.
Evil. He counters. He's like, yeah, you got the previous round, but this one, it's mine, bro.
Of course, Amigos. They had a hefty buy, man. They had some really good money in their pocket, but look at Dr. Evil. He's not gonna stop there. 1 and 2. 2 players already bitten down into mere bits and pieces, but Juggy, that was a good one. Running away with the operator alongside the sheriff as well. It's a good upgrade. He's gonna hand it over towards Ginola itself. But overall, a lovely round.
Thrifty.
And this has been the pattern for today, Raider. The 3 rounds are going in for the likes of whoever is getting their capitalization over the buy round. And then later on, a thrifty comes through out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, as you rightly called it out, from the very first map that we witnessed today in the first matchup, similar things have happened. One particular team gets back-to-back 3 good rounds in their favor, and all of a sudden a thrifty is in the favor of the other team, which is least expected. So that's pretty fun to watch. It's one of those equations which we are not really expecting when we started the broadcast today. But I'm pretty happy to say this, that something different is happening today. In every single matchup, in every single round, we get to see a different approach. But I still doubt that Ace will have the advantage. If there is a scoreline of 7-5, I would like to incline towards Ace at the end because of the factor that they do have 2 sentinels. Entering the particular side is going to be very, very challenging in the next half. But for now, in this half, in the first half, it's Team Amigos who have got the upper hand in the favor. Mage Pong Vandal, Juggy is readily available. There goes a recon. He's going to get the info that is desired. Oh, the recon bolt was destroyed, so they have no idea how many players are over there. But their opponents, they will be getting an idea. Oh, Gaia Vengeance spray. Xeon gets one. But at the end, Dr. Evil clears the site.
Side clear, Amigos. It's a post-plant scenario coming in real soon for them, and how can they tackle it? They don't have the man count advantage at all. Ginola on the other corner from the spawn itself, rotating, trying to scope in, see whether someone is going to get handsy here. All right, he definitely fumbled on that one. And there comes Hunter's Fury. It's definitely going to give a lot of fruit there. But ultimately, it's the entire 3-man squad who's just pushing forward one fragment, and it will just seal Wimp in one corner. Ginola could not land his shots, but ultimately it's going to be the last few players remaining doing the heavy lifting. But Dr. Evil, man, with 4 kills onto his name, he has for sure sealed that round for the team.
Right here.
Bit too late into the party, Amigos. Well, the economy is not looking good for them yet again. Juggy going a bit aggressive. Ginola alongside has the Blade Storm in his hands, just waiting for the right opponent. Does manage to catch one off guard. Dr. Evil, he's very close, and he's going to be dead as well. That was a good move and a half. A flick of the wrist, and the opponent is 6 feet under. Neko on the other end.
Oh,
just
Neko!
towards hell. He has unleashed his potential. I'm getting those PTSDs whenever I used to see Neko towards hell in this map. He single-handedly used to bring those rounds for the team. And he has finally woken up. This is a big warning sign for Ace. If they want to enter towards side A, they better check hell.
Oh, you have to make sure to see if there is a metallic robot holding that position. That's Neko. 0 point. Separations will be there. 2 agents have been directed, but there comes the grab raid. Oh, it will catch this guy in an off-guard position, but here comes the null command as well. Fragment being utilized. Bit of a panic over there in both the sides, to be honest, but here comes Ginola shutting down Izzy. So one of your sentinels is out.
Enemy down.
Another one will be able to retaliate, but Dr. Evil out here on tiles gets the value, shuts down Ginola. Ginola is not going to be valuable enough. He just gets the first frag. But still, a lot of mind games being played by the lads of Ace. They're like showing their presence on B, holding the positions of A, but still not even entering a single side. Juggy has brought in the A gun, the Odin. Lord Odin is here. Let's see who's going to bow down to it or who is going to retaliate.
Juggy has successfully updated his status from being Juggy to Juggernaut. That's what he has done.
Yeah.
And hoping for bringing in more value, Wimp, he has his Annihilation readily available, and all he has to do is point at the direction towards boathouse. He can manage to get one player at least and that will enable a lot of room towards the side. The corners need to be checked. Flash on point. One player buys it, does the second one as well. Zeon. Good for 2, but he has done the heavy lifting, man. He has done what needs to be done the most. The damage given to the team. Flushes the player, heads towards Boathouse, and Juggy is all prepared with that spam through of the Odin. One perfect connection, and Dr. Evil is not going to see the dawn of daylight.
And that's exactly what happened. Wall bangle shots through the Odin on the torso. It is going to rip apart Dr. Evil. But all in all, 5-2. Good scoreline coming in favor of Amigos. But still, 5 more rounds in the very first half. It can go anywhere. It can go in the favor of Ace. It can go in the favor of Amigos. Start looks good for Amigos. There were few rounds where I was like, maybe Ace is going to pull through. But it seems like that Amigos have got the counter of that. They have figured out what they need to do. They've got a very good idea of how to retaliate, how to stand tall in the picture. Although with this 5-2 scoreline and a complete chaos coming up on B side, let's see what happens. Do they have enough buy? I don't think so. They are playing with like some vandals, some slingers and stuff.
Oh my god,
AJ goes down. The offer, but we have the Sova alive with the Odin. Shuts down Blade Storm. Annihilation.
Oh my
there you
lord.
go. Keep on spamming now.
Adios, Juggy. Nobody to help him out there.
Careful now. Cage triggered.
Good round and a half already, shaping up to be a really good trifecta here. Amigos, what can they do? Having the early insight onto where the opponents are going to be even switching their pendulum from. Shira, shots taken, but shots fired at the place of Ginola. Ginola is completely not enabling himself. He has the operator at hand, and he needs to do something more mischievous than just waiting out there, holding a pixelated angle. Alright, chooses to run away, and that's a wiser choice.
Ooh, misses. He needs to take that exit frag, man. That will obviously in turn give that economical damage to Ace, but it's a thrifty that they were able to pull off. Oh, unfortunately that Odin is not going to survive anymore. I thought maybe the Soba is going to take that Odin. Oh, actually Vim got it? Lovely.
Yeah, he did.
That's $1 million strategies, guys. Give the best weapon to your teammates, let them run away. You anchor the site. You might fall down by the hands of Spike, but you're still there with the Odin in your favor. And these paper thin walls are obviously an added advantage of Ascent.
Let's go.
5-3.
Swarm grenade.
And Ace, they're embarking on a comeback history here. One tap God. Bit too aggressive, already making his way through that walk. The information will be known. Zeon, he has repositioned himself, and this was vital for the entire team. He was holding side B so dearly, but right now it seems like he has had some kind of a switcheroo here. Shera holding it way too close, and the angles being absolutely amazing. But ultimately, it's just those frags which Zeon is not able to capitalize. Just good for one, and the entire side of A is open.
Last player standing. Spike
Ginola,
planted.
what did you think? Against an Odin, a no-scope? Should have thought better. Nihu, last man standing. Juggy, too quick on even bringing out the knife. Why would he even do that? Currently stuck in a 1v2 situation. I feel like Easy was so easy to kill because of the HP being so low. Masters, last man standing. The information known where he might be. He's near hell. One spray and he might take Juggy away. But this is the thing. The smoke needs to fade away, or one person needs to sidestep and understand what's going on. I believe it's going to be a capitalization, but Masters, what a masterclass move there. Sidesteps and completely takes the enemy off by surprise.
Should have gone with the ninja diffusal, but eventually he decided to like take the confrontation. It didn't work. 5v4.
Alarm bot out.
I mean 5
Placing swarm
rounds in the favor of Amigos and 4 in favor of Ace. two ultimates available, a very costly recon from both the sides, and then they do have the Hunter's Fury. But Amigos, as a defender, they can easily lock down the side, but I'm still looking forward to see what happens in the next half. Honestly, in the next half, when we will get to see two defenders working, two sentinels, sorry, on the defense side working, at that point, things are not going to be fruitful anymore. But Ginola gets compromised. The aggression is not going to be effective enough. Even Neko goes down. There comes the tripwires. But they are still unable to break it.
I'm just thinking
Turrets destroyed.
that why is the aggression being way too much? Zion, he was so low on HP, but did manage to get Wimp out there.
Enemy remaining.
Catching him off guard. But yet again, Juggy being the last man standing. It's like things are haunting him. Easy. Is it going to be easy this time? Juggy and Easy going toe to toe. But Easy this time has a perfect aim. Snappy as always. And rips the opponent by the head. Good moments here and there, but ultimately, Amigos, they're losing their touch.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely feels like that. Amigos now have lost their lead. It's equalized by the 5. They don't have the goodbyes to work with. From the other corner, even if they lose this particular round, they will still have some goodbye to work with. The next one, Marshals, Guardians, 3 good Sheriffs who are on half shields. Amigos are already on a very shaky start for this round. There go some Guardian shots. Whiffs. No connections being made.
Those
That was too close to comfort. Fragment dashes away to survive. Hunter's Fury will be in vain.
Destroyed. Perfect.
Or will it? Or will it? Zion, a good one tap. But one tap God is still alive. There can only be one tapper in this server. And I'm hoping that it's Zion because the way he's been playing, being the sentinel for the team, still managing to do a lot over here. Getting the entire site under control. Ace. What's it gonna be? Zion gets a second hit as well, but ultimately falters. Vim. He does not want to see any more of that action.
Spike planted.
Ginola stuck in a post-plant scenario alongside his fellow teammate Shera. Both house, a very powerful position, and this one-way smoke, Wimp will for sure catch Shera off guard. But there's a counter smoke coming in as well. It's all about the smokes and mirrors. Ginola does manage to catch one player off guard. He needs to just check that right corner. It's right there. He needs to know. He needs to see. But Masters, yet again, down to the wire, and this man delivers.
Last round in the half.
Even with a very shaky composition, these guys are breaking the conventional barrier. The conventional approach from Amigos is not working. That is amazing. Yes, there are certain individuals who are doing great, but Shera, as usual, is on the back foot. Juggy, I'm surprised to see him in this equation, faltering down. But trust me, the second half is about to come, and that will change a lot of things. That will change the complete storyline. For now, it's a B stack. There are few individuals who are holding up mid, but with this aggressive attempt on A, showing their signs, they are pushing back. The warning shots. Izzy finds Neko. Juggy retaliates by taking down Izzy itself. One sentinel down, one more to go. 4v4 is the fight. Where if you see Amigos, they're still miles away.
Miles away before they can even sleep. Hunter's Fury coming in as well. Dr. Evil just making it worse, and there comes Juggy. There is gonna be some chaotic moves there. Defender skill joy being implemented, and it's just gonna catch one player off guard. Ginola. I was about to say the entire team is gonna go ahead and knife him out, but Ginola with his Blade Storm, he did it.
You don't deserve my invention. Time's out.
No, this was
Switching
interesting.
sides.
Good usage of ultimates. Along with that, even if you see the trigger discipline that came through from Amigos was pretty amazing. Now, all said and done, it's 6-6. Pretty close, pretty cutthroat so far. But Amigos, I just would like to point this that there could have been a better scoreline from their corner. specifically when it's a defense-oriented map and you had a conventional approach and your opponents are going with some iffy agents to work with. It could have worked in the favor. It could have been a scoreline of 7-5 for... I was really expecting at least an 8-4. But as we have a 6-6 scoreline, that clearly shows that for now, Ace will be having that upper hand in the favor. As they are on the defense side, they will be rooting forward to win this pistol round. So far, Amigos have maintained that they are going to win major share of the pistol rounds. But can they continue doing that? That's what you want to know.
Continuity and consistency. Two big keys here. Pistols, yet again, it needs to be perfected from both the corners, and we all know who the pistol masters are. For now, Amigos, they are holding true to that statement. Or once they have already pushed towards the attacker's end, I'm hoping that the defenders are prepared for any kind of shenanigans which is going to come from their end. So, technical pause being taken. Whatever the issue is, I hope it gets sorted real quick. It feels like the entire team of Ace Academy is just sitting in the server itself, getting 9 MS ping. Wow. Pretty much sitting in Mumbai.
He is, but will he be sitting with his team in the upper bracket finale or not? That's what you want to know for now. Fragment goes in. They're blocking of the market. Recon Bolt has been destroyed, but they still get the info that they needed. They have got a very good insight that there are at least 2 to 3 individuals locking in that angle. Ace, they need to put them to the sleep. Can they do it? Nico out there. Masters finds the first one. It's going to be the counter omen. So no smokes available now. Going forth in this particular round. They don't have the smokes available. Vim counters Xeon.
Good fire.
This is not looking good for Amigos now. Their attack might just fail.
It might very well do. Neko, way too close near Pizzeria, and Masters, he's just going ahead and annihilating anyone who comes towards side A. He has been a beast of a performer. Ginola might catch one tap god snoozing here. He does, gets the first kill. That's all. That's all I believe is gonna get, as the entire team, they're just holding perfect angles left, right, and center. This is a classic example of surrounding you from all 4 directions. This was that.
There was no way to escape. There was no way to fight back. There was no way to retaliate. So at the end, 7-6. Ace, they are prevailing. They have got the lead in the name. Need to continue that. They have the bonus buy to work with. This was a moment which can be cherished for them a lot. Let's see if it is going to be valuable or if it is going to be on the back foot for them. So I think at this point, Ginola, Nico, they are doing great. But Shera and Jackie, these guys needs to like pop off a little bit more. But honestly, the attack round has just started. I really don't have a lot of info on which I can base that what's going wrong specifically for attack. What was going wrong when it comes to defense, we clearly had that idea. But in attack, the pistol round and the bonus round are clearly out of their hands. Now, whenever the full buy round is going to queue in, I believe that will be the 15th round. At that point, Amigos would love to like open up.
Technical pauses coming to and fro again and again. Ginola, he has put in those 950 credits. I hope it's gonna give a lot of value. Because on the opponent's side, every single one of them looks healthy with some really good shields on themselves. Full shield only. Easy has gone in for the half shield and compromised on that perfect masterclass looking weapon. He's brought in Bulldog, which is not that great, but yeah, it can deal a lot of damage when it comes to Amigos having such a broken economy and no shields on their corner. Echo got a bit greedy there. He's like, all right, let me just go ahead, rock a half shield, but nope. Instantly falls back, and he's saving for the next following round. Pretty much seems like this round is done and dusted unless Xeon pulls off a masterclass play here.
Oh, Shera finds one. That's good. The opening is
Okay.
here. Wimp has been picked off. The bonus buy. It is in shambles. But I believe Imp really was not investing a lot. Yes, the utilities were there. Recon Dart, not going to give any info of how many players there are, but he's going to get the info that at least one of them was available. Through catwalk and through top mid, players are pushing forward. They are trying to penetrate the tree. Masters out here is there with the Spectre. If he gets spotted, it will be a big blunder for them. Even Shera is pretty low at this moment, so the sound can go in any direction. But the player was spotted, but he
Oh
fails
my
to really put him
God.
down. Big blunder by Ginola, and it is going to cost him. As Masters, he was able to get the first opening. Neko, he retaliates. The plan is yet to happen. They're taking the side control, but they're still trying to make that dent onto their opponent. And look at Zion. He is once again
30
going to
seconds
distract Izzy as he was marching towards the A side,
Spike
but now
planted.
he's pressurized.
Oh wow. That was a good escape. Shera. Like the tiger he is.
Last player standing.
Oh boy. I thought that he's gonna be pouncing in that corner, but unfortunately everything is just crumbling down as the defuse is gonna be stuck by Zion. Has a lot of heavy lifting to do, but ultimately he also crumbles because of the pressure. Good frags coming all across, even though it was a bonus buy for the opponents, which is ace. Amigos managed to pull things together, bringing in the post plant as well. So that's a beautiful start already. Having that kind of a credit will definitely boost the economy and make them get all of those full shields and vandals.
This goes here.
That is definitely going to be a big advantage for them. But now with the full shields, Shera and his teammates, that means Amigos Esports will definitely moving forward. One tap God, so far he has done wonders. Look at him with an operator. He once again prevails as he shuts down Zion. That is just phenomenal. Goes a little bit aggressive and was able to.
Oh my god!
Lovely grab being utilized. Ginola had nothing to really offer. He was busy making sure that he is out of that trap. Neko finds one. His Masters who has been compromised. Still, the things can go anywhere. Shouted step. Oh! He's stuck in his own teammates. Fragment for a moment. Pushes back. Gets taken
enemy
away.
remaining.
Line comes through. Dr. Evil
Spike
retaliates, takes
down
down
A.
Neko. It all trickles down to the last man standing. And is the Sova jockey. The Mage Punk Vandal. He has no idea that somebody is engulfing him from the backside. And yes, he gets popped off on the head by Izzy.
Nah. This end is so anticlimactic. One tap God doing wonders. He's again going in. That weapon. I believe it was picked off. No, it wasn't.
That goes there.
It's gonna be body yet again. One tap God. Heavy investments all across.
This is a
But
nice.
it's giving some good returns as well. And yet again, I can see Amigos going in for the broken buy.
This should do.
Guarding only the one lonesome weapon which can save their lives if it's gonna be utilized on a better way. It just feels like Ace has just released a Kraken against Amigos, and the moment I was about to finish a sentence, it is Shera yet again chiming in with a golden sheriff shot. And reveal right at the foot. Masters being continuously just pushed right off the back, but this was a beautiful paranoia.
6 to 9, and I believe
Last
this
player
could be
standing.
the space that they needed. And they will get it. Juggy opens up by taking on Masters with a beautiful sheriff shot. And the last man standing has been taken away, and it's a thrifty round being pulled off in the favor of Amigos. That's what they needed. That's the opening that was required out here. Amigos, after winning this round, they might just fight back because remember guys, back-to-back 3 rounds were taken away from their corner. And now finally they do have a good round to work with. And they have some massive buys on attack. Zenola is going to go ahead and op. That itself is a big statement.
Being in the attacker's side and picking up the operator, especially when the opponent's economy is weak, yeah, it sounds good. But then later on, when they have the buy, I hope he doesn't go for it again. 'Cause things can go very, very south there. One tap God for now. He got an early insight onto where the opponents can be, but yeah, bouncing back from there, just showcasing that he was present, was vital. Wimp on the other end, he has managed to keep the entire mid region under his belt. This is big, and here's where everything goes south, flushing out the opponents. The mid control completely evaporated. And Amigos, I love the way they're playing. They're playing it very slow. They're not at all going all aggressive. They're not giving away bodies just like that. And this is a very beautiful move coming in from them. Players still stuck in hell. And Ginola, if he's aware, he can do something much better. But Masters,
Wow.
yet again, he
What?
delivers two headshots back to back.
Master still takes down two.
Planted.
One tap God gets one more. His Juggy has been compromised. We have the Blaze Storm activated. That
Oh,
Gravnet is
no.
going to be very, very amazing. And that's it, guys. Xeon becomes the last man standing. He has a big round to get in his favor. Recon Dart goes in. They play against the info.
Oh my
Knives are
God.
running low. The last two are going to work. One tap God is going to tap his opportunity.
Thrifty.
And he gets the same round for the team. And it's another thrifty, guys. This time from the other side. Amigos, what was that, man? Masters took this whole game, whole map, whole round in a complete different way.
Oopsie daisy. They had the buys, they had the weapons. But like I said, operator in attacker's end? Nah. It's definitely not the deal breaker, and especially when you're peeking hell, man. Come on. There's something known as shorty. And it goes really well with the jet. Seems like Ginola has forgotten every single thing. Back to basics is where he needs to go. And one tap God, he's shining in yet again from that picked over operator from the previous round. So not much investment coming in from the likes of Ace. And Ace, my God, I love the way they're playing it. They're playing it smart. They're playing it very cool, calm, and composed. And if this time Amigos is going to be put up to the lower circuit again, then I believe their mental is going to break down. Last time also they rose from the undead. They brought themselves towards the grand finale. It was not easy for them. And this time also, I believe that they would really want to make the task easy for themselves.
I mean, even in the previous season, they were looking forward to have that advantage of the upper bracket. Unfortunately, that was not the case. They are trying to get that upper bracket advantage this time, but it seems like that they are once again going to fall short. Izzy got two even before he went down.
Enemy remaining.
Around the other corner, gets one, but Dr. Evil is just instantaneously going to compromise his opponent. The last man standing, where is he? The barrier mesh activated. No way to rotate, no way to fall back. Oh, he has some space to work with. One tap God. His precision, it is there. Good wall bangable shot came through, but the connection was not being made. And Xeon, being the last man standing, is still out there trying to hunt for glory, trying to get that 1v3 done. As the spike is deep in sight, he has no way to fight back as well.
Amigos, last man standing, Xeon. Still trying to create a storyline here, but unfortunately, he's only going to be adding another digit onto Dr. Evil's skill streak here. Sad times, Amigos. No sight onto what needs to be done. The attack is looking way too feeble. And if this is going to be the case, then no. First map is going to be a breeze for Ace.
Time for a field
It feels
test.
like that, man. Ace, they have won, if I'm not wrong,
Get out of my way.
5 big rounds already in their favor in the second half. And just one round went in the favor of Amigos. Currently, the stats and the facts that we have right now, the scoreboard, it clearly tells us that Ace is there with a massive upper hand in the favor. Vines are going to get cleared away with the nanoswarms. There's nobody holding that corner, so that's a good situation for them. But Amigos, they are now readily available with a beautiful KJ lockdown. But that is going to, in turn, get retaliated with a Hunter's Fury, I believe. So I don't think so that it is going to find a lot of value. He should go for a different spot to go with it. To go with the Hunter, go with the KJ lockdown. That he has to stick with the same approach. Attack is going to come through, but they're waiting for a few more seconds so that the players are going to push back. But this lockdown, I don't think so it's going to be that effective. Oh, Nano Swarm!
Oh,
But one tap still
wow.
gets it! Bro.
Oh my lord. Vim. This is annihilation mode activated. Vim has the ultimate as well. I am not liking it. Shade
Annihilation.
being reeled in as well.
30 seconds
He's
left.
crying for help. Cannot even use the from the shadows. Shrouded steps out of the
player
picture.
standing.
Neko, as long as he's alive and he's in hell, he's definitely going to do a lot of damage. But that was a beautiful no-scope, making him so weak that at the end it was Wimp to go ahead for their home run. 12 on board as Amigos, they are just dumbfounded.
Amigos, I don't know what's happening to them, but honestly, the whole attack is in shambles for them. The only round they were able to get was a 50, but after that, every single round, whenever they're trying to coerce their attack, take the mid control. Yeah, mid control is a crucial part but we have not yet seen a lot of rounds where Amigos have gone for the mid control. But look at this, Ginola finds one tap god, and that too, if I'm not wrong, one tap god was on an operator, but the guy got operated with a marshal. That was fun. That was interesting to watch. On
Yeah,
the
dissection.
other corner, on the top mid, we have Zenola now pushing a bit more. Has got a Neo Frontier Sheriff to work with, trying to spot where the players are. Has no idea for now, but he's still holding the angles. Ginola needs to step in at this point so that his team can fight back and bring that OT.
Mid. Seems like they're going to be heading from mid towards side B. Good smokes, just stealing shot. And having the eyes on the prize onto where the Cypher can exactly go. There comes the Hunter's Fury. And yeah, it's going to be creating a lot of chaos. A lot of corners being checked. Juggy and Shada simultaneously. They're going to be bouncing out. Couple of players taken out of the equation here. 2 players remaining. Ace.
30 seconds left.
Amazing way.
Spike planted.
Here comes the shock dart. They are pushing in. Fragment comes through. Nico is going to put down easy. It's a 1v2 equation, and at the end, it's 8-12. Amigos, they still have something to relay. They still have some rounds to fight back. And despite of the fact that they did not have that kind of economical advantage in their favor, Amigos was still able to fight back and get this round done in their name. That's valuable for them. 8-12, 4 rounds away from bringing in the OT. I still have my doubts that the overtime is going to come or not. I think it's not that easy to bring that OT. As one time God is once again going to get invested with that operator. We have 3 Vandals and 1 Phantom also available. Juggy, he's slowly bringing himself back into the action, but still, miles to cover.
Yeah, miles to go before they can even do something here. 8-12, ladies and gentlemen, and where Amigos is thinking that it's all easy peasy, it wasn't. Ace is the first squad who has reached towards that wonderful number 12. A one-tap god, he just continues to do that. Xeon for now out of the picture, so the lurk gameplay is always up for the grab. Shira, he's stuck in that corner, and this was a perfect paranoia, shutting down Ginola. And one by one, it's gonna be a perfect play coming through. I feel it's gonna be a flawless. I hope it's gonna be a flawless, but Nico!
No.
Neko, my god! This man does not want to let go things easily. He's not gonna give away his life just like that. He wants to fight for it. And make the opponents think that, okay, this was one mistake which they created. Dr. Evil, tucked in the corner near the benches. I know the sight is really good. Right behind you, there's a big well. But if at this point of time the flash works and the corners is going to be contested, it can be devious. But Neko, he's going to be taken out of this picture. A good round indeed. And Ace, my god. What on earth did I just see? Amigos was like, okay, this is also happening to us.
Yeah. as the fans speculated that it is going to be Ace who is going to prevail in the favorite map, it did happen. Ace is definitely going to be valuable, defying all the odds. They are like, yeah, you usually go with the conventional agent selections, go with it, no worries. We are going to bring in something different, but the value will still be the same, that Ace is going to prevail in the upper bracket for now. I mean, they have already taken a step in that particular route. They have already got one beautiful map in their favor. Now we have, if I'm not wrong, Lotus and Heaven coming up next. So in any of those maps, if they are able to win a particular map, it is going to be done and dusted. But on the other corner, Amigos, it seems like that they still have to take a start. They still have to figure out something interesting, something effective. The team coordination has to be there. Shera usually always is on the back foot, as he is a controller. You can't really expect him going off guns blazing but getting the value. But on the other corner, if you see the other controller from the other side, Masters, remember the round under Heaven? What did he do from Hell? Got two with just the Sheriff. That too from a perspective where he had no other util, no shadow step available, just dark cover. That's all he had, but he still was valuable. That is the kind of should I say split second decision, and the value for the team has to be there. It was lacking in this particular map, specifically for Amigos. It costed them very drastic of a disadvantage is there from the for the side of Amigos. Now let's just see what they're going to do in the next particular map, because that's what the only advantage they're left with. They still have a BO3.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the first map which was over, right? Ascent, yes, it did not prevail that great for the likes of Amigos, and this is the place where they usually do a lot of things. But let's just go ahead and focus on the crucial moments, how it made and broke a lot of momentum carrying forward from Amigos.
It all started with some good rounds coming in the favor of Amigos. I believe the scoreline was somewhere 3-1, 3-2. But from there, everything started to change. We got to see back-to-back a very interesting comeback coming in from Ace. They were able to bring a huge scoreline of 6-3, 6-4. Bit of a comeback from Amigos then. They were able to bring a scoreline of 6-6. It was good. I mean, if you see the first half, specifically on a defense-oriented map for Amigos, it was not that good. But then again, they were still sitting at an equalizing end. But after that, Dr. Evil all of a sudden had a very different approach. I mean, with Sheriffs, he's breaking open the players who are there readily available with a Vandal or even an Operator. He was shutting them down. Ginola, few rounds were there where Ginola's Blade Storm was effective, but I got to see, like, if you see from the other corner, the other Jet was a little bit more effective, and that's one tap God.
Oh, well, yeah. There were some crucial good moments as well coming in, the way Juggy had turned himself to be a juggernaut, but I believe he was isolated way too quick, man. Ace just knew it. They were like, okay, if they have money, they're of course gonna overspend it, and that moment, just go ahead, kill Juggy. The moment Juggy is out of the picture, next round there's not gonna be that juggernaut coming in as well. So again and again, isolating such situations did help the entire team a lot, and that's one of the loveliest parts about Ace. So good plays all across. The first map, the way they have sealed it shut, it was beautiful. Xeon on the other end, he had some really wonderful moments in the beginning, but ultimately it's about the team play, right? It's all about the team play. This is the place where this man, One Tap God, he took that final shot and dashed his way through. Even though he was caught in that lockdown, it did not matter. He still did the damage. Juggy being a big loss there. So no more shock darts, no more recon bolts, nothing of that sort. No more action coming in from Juggy, and that's how you make it picture perfect. Dr. Evil has stolen the thunder, man. He has stolen the thunder, the light, and yeah, getting 21 kills onto his name seems like he's already made a palindrome number. 21-12.
Beautiful, beautiful play coming in from Dr. Evil. But you were talking about one of those equations where One Tap God was sticking with the Operator, still getting the value even when he was getting detained or the nanoswarms were activated on him. Even in a fragment, he was readily available with the approach of an Operator and a dash activated. And yes, he receives a bit of a damage, but he dishes out the kind of damage which is unsustainable for the lads of Amigos. That is how crucial One Tap God was. I would like to say, yes, the number is a little bit lower, but the impact of those frags from one tap god is just huge. Not just that, even Dr. Evil, for the same sake, I would like to just adhere to the fact that he was pretty on point. ACS of 285, he is definitely going to be the MVP of the map probably. Other than that, KO, that is Amigos Esports' Nico, he was pretty on point, but I have complaints from Juggy, I have complaints from Shera, because they were on the back foot from the very first round till the last one of this particular map.
I mean, yeah, that's what happens if the team is not performing. Even though I was hoping that Shera will do something different here. Neko, he was presented a lot of opportunities, but ultimately everything was taken away. MVP of the map for sure. Give it to this man, Dr. Evil. The evil Knievel mind that he has brought in him a lot of ACS as well, 285 and an ADR of 245. So overall, this man has done a lot for the team, getting 2 first kills as well, being an initiator, initiating things in this manner. It was beautiful. And yes, MVP.
Oh yeah, the tag of MVP is in the name of Dr. Evil. As you rightly called it out, the scoreboard clearly tells us that he has done some massive upliftment for the team. Now needs to continue that, and of course the second map, which is going to be Lotus, which is, let me remind you guys, the second most favorite map of this exact team known as Ace. I mean, the way season 4 has panned out, we are full of surprises, to be honest. Like, anything work, winning, beautiful 2-1 scoreline in their favor. Then we got to see Neori faltering down for one particular map, finally bouncing back once again against their opponent, that is Nina's Bus Stand. And now lately, even if you see this second map, looks even, second game, sorry, should I say, it's even more enticing, even more interesting, to be honest. Amigos, who are usually in very good control when it comes to their composition and very effective with their synergy. Yes, in season 3, we were calling them as a new team, like they were formed 2 months ago, but now that team has played a lot of tournaments. That team has played a lot of seasons of Showdown Series as well. So they do have an insight of what they need to do. The synergy part is somewhere which can be figured out till now. It seems like that they are still missing on those small notes.
Well, true. And here's the thing, right? We had the early speculation saying that, getting in a deadlock is going to be a bad picture for the entire team. But no, man, no. Yeah. The way this man has went ahead and played, it was amazing. So kudos to him. Credit where credit is due. I'm not going to discredit him at all. Wonderful plays. He understood every single step of the opponent, and Ginola has been the primary X factor here every single time, being stuck in that grav net, and he's trying to lift it off, just trying to feel himself like, all right, let me just go ahead, do something big. He was not given that opportunity at all, and that's one of the loveliest parts. So yeah, deadlock can be played, especially when the opponents are doing
and
such kind of a run gameplay. Yeah, it did work. It did work. So element of surprise on point, and completely took the opponents by surprise. They were like, this is out of syllabus. We cannot go ahead and tackle such kind of a big force. But yeah, it's all done and dusted, Raider. The first map over. We're going to take a small little break, and we're going to see you right after that.
Spike down mid. One enemy
Well, guys, Ace have already made their way towards the particular scenario of having a very good advantage. They are probably looking forward to get that advantage and move forward in the upper bracket finale. But the only obstacle that they do have is Amigos. The previous person was not that effective for them. I would like to say this, that the journey is still not ending for them. They do have the lower bracket, but even before that, they do have the BO3 working. It's the map of Lotus and Heaven, which is still available in the mix. They can win both of them. They can pull off Uno reverse, but can they do it? What do you think about that, Ozora?
I believe even after taking a D tier agent, that is Deadlock, from the likes of Ace,
D tier.
they've managed to
Yeah.
pull things off together. So it's like they're always gonna bring in the A card or the element of surprise, and they can do something much better than what they've already done. So I believe three-sided map, even though I'm inclining towards Amigos Esports, that they are really good
Okay.
at the three-sided map, but I haven't seen Ace play it myself. So I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to call any names. I'm just going to be fair and square here. But it's
He's
just
just going to
that
be diplomatic.
yeah, I'll be very diplomatic. Right. You called me out on that bluff. Yes, Radio.
Right.
I'm going to be very diplomatic, and I'll think only this one thing, which is if first game goes so well from the likes of Ace and they have brought in a D tier agent, I would really go ahead and watch for them for the next following map as well, which is Lotus. Three-sided map, even though I'm playing against my odds as well. It's either a 2-0 or a 2-1, but I'm definitely going to move in towards 2-0 because the confidence game is on par for Ace.
And if I'm not wrong, the attack is going to be there for Amigos. So, yeah, no, it's actually going to be for Ace. So, that is also
Ace.
going to be pretty interesting to watch how Ace is going to start off as the attackers. In the previous map, they again had the same approach. On attack, they were able to get at least a scoreline of 6-6, which was pretty beneficial for them. On defense, it was the team of Amigos Esports which went in shambles, and that too in a defense-oriented map. Bit surprising for me, but let's see what happens next, guys. How the attack is going to work for the team known as, of course, Ace. And Amigos, it's their map pick. They will be very confident with it. On defense, I think once again the conventional approach is going to queue in. They're going to stick with those particular selections of the agents that has been the conventional meta. On the hindsight, Ace is another particular team which is trying to break that meta, is trying to make something
Right.
different out of it. And Wimp, due to the fact that he is very good with his aim, even one of those agents which are not that effective, which are not that used, for example, the Deadlock, is still absolutely amazing. The GravNet usage, the Annihilation, the Barrier Mesh, even the Sonic Sensors worked in his favor. That is the beauty
Right.
of having a guy whose mechanical skills are absolutely on par.
See, again, even in the map of Lotus, I have hardly ever seen anyone pick Deadlock. And yet again, if I
Yeah.
see Wimp pick Deadlock, it's again gonna be
Only
a D
best.
tier bringing into the picture and still running away. Then it's gonna be a big slap on the face of Amigos. I'm not even lying at that point of time. And yeah, the
Agreed.
S tier agents, of course, you can go ahead with Raze, you can go ahead with Jet, Cypher, Breach, and Harbor can be a really good combination. That's like S tier, but I've not seen many people go ahead and rock that up because most of them are just stuck there wondering that if we take Harbor, it's more like a pseudo duelist because you get that room and the space to go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Per se, you can support your team as well, and most of them prefer bringing in Omen into the picture. So yeah, A tier agents do
yeah.
come into the picture hand in hand, but yet again, we are yet to see that perfect play coming in from the tier 3 teams, right? They have to evolve. They need to understand whether which agent is going to fit in perfect to the situation currently which is provided at hand, and that's one thing which I've understood, that Ace knows how to do it.
Let's see. Let's wait and watch how Ace is going to pull through, what they're going to bring into the picture, how effective they're going to be. Lotus is a map, as you rightly call it out, is a three-sided map, attack-oriented map. There are a lot of things that can go haywire for you. But as an attacker, you do have that advantage of like penetrating a particular side that you really want to. On the hindsight, the defenders will be second-guessing themselves in every single move. They have to rotate, they have to figure out which particular side is going to get attacked, they have to stack it if it's possible. A postman scenario is something which is again going to be a little bit more antagonizing for the defenders. So a lot of things that can go south for Amigos, and trust me, this is not the spot that you want to stand Amigos, because you're already on the back foot. After losing the first map, you already have a disadvantage in your favor, and every single map, or should I say every single round from here, counts the most for you. On the hindsight, the only advantage that Ace has got right now is a leverage of one map. If they lose Lotus, Heaven is going to be a even Steven equation where anybody can win, where anybody can move forward in the upper bracket, and even the team which is going to have the advantage of first map, they might lose the
Right.
second and third map and be there in the lower bracket. So things can go anywhere after this map gets over. That means, guys, what I'm trying to relay at this moment is this exact map of Lotus is very, very important from both the sides' perspective.
Indeed, indeed, and perspective alongside the agent selections, the metas which they're gonna
Yeah.
bring is gonna matter a lot, and that entire thing, right, sets the tone for it. It sets the tone, it sets the tonality, and we have seen multiple plays coming in from Amigos as well. Their attack hand is really solid, it's concrete, but then the moment they head towards the defense, it's either a 50-50 scenario or it's just 100-0. So flat out, their attire gets punctured sometimes being in the defense, but at good days, they have a really nice ball time in the map of Lotus. That means the defense as well as the attack is perfect. But Xeon being the recent
Yeah.
addition into the roster, I do get it. I do understand it's creating some kind of chaotic calls around there. But I believe it needs to tone down. It needs to capitalize. It needs to come at a point where the entire team is like completely focused upon what's going on rather than having those chaotic moments. I mean, it's a game. I do get it. It's gonna be there. But ultimately, the moment you rise above it, right, Raider, that's where you can go ahead
Yeah.
and clearly understand where the opponents can actually be. And Xeon, I won't be surprised that if he's gonna be rocking onto that KJ yet again, yeah, then it's gonna be a good call itself.
Definitely. I mean, to be honest, see, when it comes to the textbook approach, when it comes to seeing what Amigos is capable of, or if you're trying to analyze them from their past performances, I was very, very surprised and shell shocked to
Mhm.
see the result at the end of the game, number one. Because honestly,
Okay.
everything that has to be there from the corner was pretty perfect. The agent combination was pretty perfect. The
Right.
roles that even every single individual was playing was pretty perfect. Yes, Ginola once again is coming back to the duelist role. That was a bit surprising for me because it was usually
Mhm.
Juggy who was taking that role, and Zion was being the initiator for the team, and Ginola was taking with the sentinel role. So that role reversal that kind of happened, that small change, maybe that is the X factor which was able to put them in a very bad spot. Because in season 3, I got to see Ginola
Okay.
playing a lot on sentinel.
See, here's the thing. Juggy has
Yeah.
never left his spot from being the initiator. He's always been the initiator for the
Okay.
team. Since beginning, that man has been Sova main. Xeon recent addition for sure. I believe that even Ginola earlier to this, yes, he was having that sentinel kind of approach in his head. But then recently, because of the entire roster shuffle, he did manage to step up the antique and he has been given the role of a duelist, which he used to rock a lot. First 2 seasons, he was the duelist for the
Yeah.
entire team.
Agreed.
And then later on, yeah,
Agreed.
there was some kind of a step up and step down towards the roles, trying to understand how things can work up, shape. It's like those moments, right? You have a clay in front of you and you're trying to mold it to the perfect shape. You're trying to layer it up with water and you're making the perfect shape for it. And that's what the team is going through. And I do get it. It's just permutations and combinations currently, but I'm not worried about them personally. I'm not at all worried about them because they can easily step up their gameplay the moment they hit towards the lower bracket. And that we have seen in the previous season as well. They were all
Yeah.
of a sudden
Agreed.
pushed down. The pedestal was all the way towards the low bracket, and from there they rose up. They played amazing, and again, it was a really good game against Nairi Esports. Before that, we used to see 2-0s all across, but at the end, towards the grand finale, we saw 3-1. So, yeah, so they have the caliber.
There's that.
It's just that they're going through some kind of a change here.
It's like until Amigos are put in an uncomfortable spot, they do not really outshine their opponents. Seems like that in the upper bracket, they're just having fun at this moment. They're making some mistakes. They're trying to experimentize. They're trying to figure out what can be valuable for them and what not. But as soon as they dive into the lower bracket, there is a different aspect of Amigos because then that urge of survival kicks in. You just want to be there in the competition for the next few days until the grand finale comes through. Because in grand finals, everything goes out of the hands. Yes, the past is pretty much over. The last two remaining teams, you need to perform, and this is the BO5 that you're left with. So that is the exact spot where the teams will stand. And yes, talking about the grand finale, guys, it's on 15 September. Mark your calendars because that action will be pretty on point. It's a BO5 as usual, as compared to the last few seasons. We have seen a lot of BO5s when it comes to the grand finale specifically. But till then, these will be queuing in specifically for the playoff stage. And talking about the action, the first game and the previously, if you talk about the game between Paycheck and the other particular team, anything work, that was pretty interesting as well. At that moment, we got to see 2-1 scoreline. Now today itself, when we started the action, again a 2-1 scoreline came into the picture. This might again bring a 2-1 scoreline. I have my doubts regarding that because of the fact that Amigos might win this particular map. That's what I believe, because Lotus is an interesting map. Although it's a pick of Ace, let's see what they're going to do.
I've been a pick of Ace and still Amigos will win. I highly doubt that. But okay, if they pull this card through, then okay, I'll be more than happy. Moving forward, we're going to look at the agent selection as well. The meta they're going to bring into this particular map, I'm still waiting for it, man. Seems like a dual initiator coming in from the likes of Amigos. Other end, it's a dual initiator. I believe it's a dual initiator. Come on, Vim, don't prove me wrong. Yeah, there you go. Nice and dandy. Vimp, well, we have seen a lot of action come through, and Fade has been one of the top picks, top agent selections in this particular map because she brings plethora of those utilities, those prowlers, those haunts will for sure haunt the opponent down, knowing where their location is, zeroing in, and the best of all, the Nightfall. Man, the moment the Nightfall just comes through, you're left stranded. You have no idea what's going on. Surrounding sound, nothing there. Yeah, even if you have a Dolby Atmos in your ears ringing, you cannot hear anything.
You will just hear the buzzing sound, and after that, you'll be back to spawn. That has been the case for a lot of individuals whenever the Nightfall kicks in. And comparing to that, I believe the other initiative that we have is Breach. I love the ultimate of Breach as well. The Rolling Thunder stuns you, made sure that no aim is going to be on par for you. Like on Fade, you still have that aim, you still have that clear vision of where the players, if they are trying to come back in a 1v1 fight, you can still counter them. But on a Breach ultimate, I believe things just go haywire. Yes, talking about the map, guys, it is going to be the picks for Amigos. Attack is going to get initiated by the team known as Ace. So it's the pick of Amigos. They are on the defense side, not at a very good side to be honest, but they are stacking up A at this moment. And the hit could be either on B or C. As you can see, it's just the bifurcated approach coming in on A mains. And they're just going aggro. Look at them. Pretty much aggressing, taking the double control, taking the alt orbs. Ginola playing on Raze. Let's see what happens next.
It's a good approach altogether. Xeon for now. He has given a bit more body there. Currently getting beaten down into 7 of his HP. Oh, one tap God. Good initiation and Juggy. No more prowlers in his hand. And even the Haunt cannot even give the insight about what's going on. One tap God for now, sitting pretty, getting one frag. But Ginola was right around the corner. Looks at 3 people and instantly runs away. Yep, that's right. Tuck your tail and run away, Ginola, because this is not going to happen. Things are going to falter away and easy. That's what he's going to say. Those shots, they're buzzing. And it's just making a good time for the entire opponent. This is the attackers. Ace heading towards side A.
You need to get the plan done. 30 more seconds.
30 seconds
Reach is
left.
pretty low. It's easy. But he's going to get the plan done. Look at the kind of changes, the permutations and combinations that Ace is able to work with. Ace was playing on a Cypher, if I'm not wrong, in the previous map, and now he's on a Breach, a completely different terrain where you have to lurk in the first map, and now you have to initiate and be the first one to peek along with the duelist.
Wow.
That itself justifies why Amigos are on the back foot and Ace is on the front foot right now. That was a very good value coming in from Tree, and Izzy is going to sum it up. He had like 20 HP, I believe, but he still fought back.
Yeah, he was 5. He was one shot.
Oh, 5 HP. My. That's amazing. Ace, once again, exactly in a very good scenario. They are just dictating the previous momentum in the second map. They've got a very good win in the first map, and now the bonus buy is going to come through after winning the first round of the second map. They are here with the bonus buy. Some beautiful Guardians, probably. No Guardians? Okay, Spectres, Sheriffs, Ghost, and Bulldogs along with Outlaw.
Ginola, yet again, this man is so creative. He's always been that innovative one. Going ahead, bringing the Marshall, and he's going to spot the head. Dr. Evil. This time he has hit that snooze button. Masters, what is he doing? Is he caught snoozing? Nope. He just debated Xeon. He debated him, and then later on, just got the kill. I believe that he has taken a screenshot before even killing Xeon, so I need to ask him to give that to me.
All said and done. That was a good retaliation coming in. All in all, fade is pretty low, I believe, from the Amigos perspective. So Juggy, he has to be very cautious. Water still being contained. The connector part is pretty much closed with the dark covers. Will it be a backstab, or they're going to go ahead and egress from B revolving door? I think yes, they are approaching from B. Dark covers come through. That heaven angle, the upper angle, that is going to get countered. There goes the flash, counter flash, but Juggy is like with their
paranoia.
Neko goes down after shock. It is pushing the players back, and at the end, yes, it is going to be Ace who is going to win, but will they suffer economical damage or not? Not at all.
It doesn't matter how it has started. It all matters upon how they converted that bonus round for themselves. Ginola, bit too ambitious, he brought in a Marshall nonetheless. 950 credits spent, and that's costing him a lot. He could have easily opted in for a Vandal here with a full shield, but instead he needs to bite down and bring in the Guardian. Fault line in hand. Neko, yet again, same strategies. They want to take control of the Hawk Wall. Orb farm is what they're doing. Yeah, that's a showstopper. That's what they're waiting for. The moment they get it, they can easily get the control of the site.
The bot, look at the placement of that alarm bot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so iffy, man. It's the same thing which I spotted. I'm like, why is it so in front? I mean, I do get it. If it's going to be at the doorstep, you can go ahead and activate the nano swarms. But now it just creates that delay, that 1 second additional buffer time.
But you kind of need to get that info where the players are, and I believe that alarm bot is going to be more than efficient. It is either going to make sure that the opponent is going to be vulnerable, or even if you break that alarm bot, you still get that info. Shera out here is in big trouble. As on Rubble, he is pretty much pressurized, and now the aggression is going to be there on C. As you can see, the alarm bot has been taken down.
That's how you pay the utility.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was worried about.
Prowlers are going to queue in. After shock, flashpoints, paranoia, so much is happening at this point, but will they get the value? Well, they have already got it. Masters gets 2, Vim takes down Juggy. The only Vandal that these guys had is now compromised heavily.
My god. My god, that's a lot of damage. And talking about that alarm board, I do understand it gives the information, the insight onto where the opponents are, but if it was close to the nano swarm, it would have done a bit of damage as well. But okay, Xeon wants to play it his own way, so let's just go ahead and see that. Eventually, this team is crumbling down. The weight is way too much. Ace, they have brought in the fire that this team needed. Since game number 1, since map number 1, they've been outperforming, outwitting their opponents. With the utility game, with the amount of the ways they can even go ahead and utilize the ultimates as well. So that's one of the crucial things which they're just bringing onto this table.
Yeah, they are absolutely efficient with the play. 3 big rounds in their favor, but if you look at the past, guys, after 3 rounds, there is a thrifty that comes through from the other side. Will that happen again? Prowlers, 2 individuals holding that corner. Shera gets 1. Shera gets compromised. Uh-oh, the stun is going to pressurize them, but Neko finds two as well. Big trouble awaits. Once again, a 50 can be pulled off, guys. That's what
Oh,
I'm kind of scared of.
nice and easy.
But Ace, they fell back. They fight back. It's 2v2 now. Plant has to happen. Let the plan begin.
Indeed, let the games begin. And there comes the post-plan scenario. Xeon on the backstab, hindsight. Dr. Evil, he needs to be quick here. But unfortunately, he has got snoozing. Wimp was way too low on HP. And that's how you get the round. Thrifty again.
A 3-1.
Thrifty.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder why that is.
I think the notion of having a crippled buy and falling down should be changed now. Just bring in these guys and they will pull off thrifties. But to our surprise, it is not happening in the remaining rounds. Like there will be a lot of thrifty equations where you have economical buy. In those rounds, teams cripple, teams fall down. But here in the specific fourth round, something kicks in and they still win. I don't know how that is happening, man.
It's just executions, man. It's just executions. Here and there is just working out a lot. Why? Yet again, we can see the alarm board, and alarm board is going to be shot down like it's nobody's business. And even if it isn't, it's all right. It doesn't matter.
Folks are trying to push in. They're trying to infiltrate. Dr. Evil out there with the nanostorm is trying to clear out the Kabi region. Those angles are being covered up. Well, for now, the C site is pretty wide open. And we have Xeon, which is locking on B mains. There's a backstab coming in. He needs to figure that out. Nightfall being activated. The players are still being pushed back. They need to buy time. They need to make sure that it's a very tricky equation. But Neko,
They did not
he finds
anticipate
sound
this.
stable. There's a rolling thunder available. Oh my god, they're not ready for this. But they bait it out with a prowler. Annihilation flashes are going to happen.
Oh my god.
Ginola with a slow stopper opens up. Ginola goes down. Xeon goes down. The last two members standing. They are on C mains. Getting to mount. Coming back from the dark covers. Wimp becomes the last one standing.
Stall?
He needs to buy. Yeah, he needs to buy a little bit more time. And he is doing that. Look at
Stall?
him, having fun.
Oh! Vim.
Pinky, pinky, ponky.
Whatever happens, Sakin.
Well,
He was just
I
having
thought the
fun,
Nightfall
yeah.
was utilized a bit too premature, but nope. It was all calculated, good risks taken all across. And the backstab, Dr. Evil, very well called. The moment he saw like a herd of opponents walking through and coming towards from the spawn, well, Rolling Thunder was like, yeah, a boon to them. Ace. Yet again, they have proved that, you know what, no matter you have gotten the thrifty, we're going to get the next following round and again cripple your economy. But it's about time. A tactical timeout being taken. Neko and team needs to understand how things can even work around here. I still cannot see the showstopper. Where is the showstopper, Ginola?
Ginola utilized that showstopper in the previous round, buddy. He got a frag, but instantaneously got compromised by his counterpart. So that was fun. I mean, Ginola did got that showstopper working. Should have found a little bit more of a value, but that really was not the case. On the other corner, I'm waiting for an ultimate coming in from one tap god. He's just one round away. I mean, one frag or one ult away from that ultimate. And he's not just the guy who is like pretty close to his ultimate. There are some other individuals who are also pretty close to it. So I think barrage of ultimates are going to queue in after this round gets over. On Amigo Esports, on trying to get the info, and there goes the ult top. He's readily available with a showstopper now. You ask for Ginola, you'll get one tap god and his showstopper.
There. On my way.
One tap god for sure. Can open up the opportunity, the room, the space to enter towards side C with just mere the expense of the showstopper. That's one of the beautiful parts of it. Now, the alarm board, way too aggressive, can give an early insight where the opponents can be. But the lobby region is still not contested as the entire team is heading towards side B, and there is a confusion. There is a confusion towards side C that where the opponents can be. One tap God for now, investing on the showstopper. Around the corner is where the opponent is. Ginola safe for now, and this can be a bad one. Nade in hand, and there comes the trade. Even though the Rolling Thunder was utilized, it did not give any benefit to the entire team. Amigos,
Yeah.
they're shattering.
It feels like they're helpless at this point. I mean, they are using ultimates. They are diving with some good credits. They have some good weapons to fight back with, but still, something like that happens. I mean, even if you talk about that Haven fight, where the rocket fuse was running low, Showstopper was pretty much done and dusted. What happened over there? Ginola still was not able to get the value against his arch nemesis, the one-time god. Raze versus Raze, that action turned out in the favor of Ace, and now it's 5-1. Trust me, on attack, this scoreline is desirable, but we still have 6 more rounds to work with. Maybe Amigos are going to fight back. Still, a lot of speculations are running over mine, and I doubt that there is a scoreline of 13-1 coming at the end from Amigos. And Ace,
Good that he
they
called out
definitely
that
would love
block.
to. They would definitely love to like go aggressive because they have that advantage in their favor. I don't think so that there are so many weapons available right now. Amigos, they definitely would love to be on par.
Bring them down. Still waiting.
For sure, they want to be at par.
Find you.
But for that, they have to work their way through yet again, entering towards side C. Zeon, he has already given all the space that they need. And the entire team, they're like a choo-choo train heading and already boarding the Orc train. Dr. Evil, he's gonna pay up for his sins. A one-tap god.
Spike planted.
Definitely a good mark here. The lockdown is completely nullified. Else it could have been used and the site would have been very bad. Nightfall being
Nightfall.
utilized.
One enemy remaining.
Yes, and the site is completely
It still
out
will
right
shatter.
now. One tap god. Anticipated the entire move. Understood. Read it like a book. And there goes the fourth. He can possibly get an ace as well. Neko, the last man standing. It's all about the insight. It's all about the angle there. One tap. I can see him. He's already getting all antsy. He wants the ace. And there goes the entire team hitchhiking their way through. And they just want to spot where
What is
Neko is
Neko
going.
doing?
Neko is just running away. He's running away for his life. But look at him. He's stuck in the situation. And Vim gets him, unfortunately. No ace. But all the weapons have been dropped.
Oh wow, lovely, lovely play coming in from Ace. 6-1 is the scoreline for now. 5 rounds of a big difference. Oh my god, Ace is definitely rolling. Amigos, what will they do? From the Shadow and KJ Lockdown is available. From the Shadow is actually available from both the sides. Meanwhile, we have Nightfall coming through. So let's see what happens. Fault line follows up with the okay, Horn coming in. Didn't really gave up the info. Shera is there. Easy, watch out. There's a guy lurking in the smoke. He spots a barrel. Clear away. Easy goes down. Ace. Big hit for them. From there, we have Shera getting one tap god. Showstopper against Showstopper. One tap god once again. Dips out Ginola. Juggy goes down. It's a 3K for him. Can he get the fourth one? I think he can, but he goes
Nasty!
with the shorty. I don't know why. He's just having fun, I believe now.
Where are you?
They're so overpowering. And Zeon, look at him. His position revealed. And there's Nightfall. There's even Lockdown. If situation goes to the roof, they can easily go ahead and do that as well. But the defenders, Amigos,
Wow.
wow, they definitely won the round desperately. And these are just drastic attempts being taken, flushing themselves away. But there comes the attackers.
Oh, still the lockdown is...
Oh,
finally.
nice. But the angles are already covered for. It's already covered for Zeon.
Where are you?
He's been toyed around.
Man, that hurts, bro. That really hurts. Being toyed around here and there in the map. being the last one standing, he utilized that lockdown. For a moment, it was like maybe he's going to get detained as well. Like it was down to the last second when he was able to destroy that attacking lockdown in the trees. But all said and done, guys, 6 rounds of a difference. Ace, they are definitely acing their way to the victory. Shera is forced to bring in the second tactical timeout in the very first half. That really shows you guys that how fruitful Ace is. If the opponents are bringing the second tactical timeout in just 8 rounds, that itself is a statement.
Fear. It's a fear talking. Shera does not want to lose this. The previous round itself, they went in with sheriffs and whatnot, and unfortunately, they could not do anything other than just tap out 3 players out of existence. That's all. But the economical damage that they're facing, still, they're not able to recover themselves. It's like a third world country. And they're like currently figuring out what needs to be done. The GDP, how to increase it, how to increase the entire economy. Well, that's one of the things which you have to figure out. No, it's not political. It's all about how you can go ahead and mold your words. Raider, yeah.
Cool.
Share up or no, that's what he's doing. He's trying to mold things around.
I mean, he's trying. That's the keyword, that he's trying at this point. Trying to get the upper hand for the team. He's readily available with the From the Shadow. It's an expensive recon, but what will you do with the info if you can't really act on it? And that's the problem that Ace is not having, but Amigos are severely suppressed with that problem. They do have the info where the players are. Prowler comes through. See, even now they know that the players are holding up this area of lobby, but can they really aggress? That's the point. Paranoia is ready. Ginola is also ready with his own marshal, I believe. Yep,
It's like
that was a marshal. Yeah, but it didn't really work out. Paranoia, oh my god. Even after the Paranoia came in, some martial shots came in. The value is still in the favor of one and only Ace. Here comes the showstopper probably. Not showstopper, but after shock.
Ginola.
What? Ginola is still surviving?
Yeah,
Looking
he's
in the corners.
surviving.
Is he gets
But
buggy?
no.
What is happening?
Annihilation.
One enemy remaining.
Annihilation Masters! What a beautiful
Okay.
display of the Shrouded Step, but easy! Well, getting the quad kill and another round. Ace! My god!
There.
What on earth is going on? It's only one ultimate which is in the corners of Amigos, and that is from the shadows. Won't work at all. It can be used as an expensive recon. That's pretty much it. But the economy, my oh my, it does not look good at all. They're cheaping out on so many things. Look at Neko. Half shield and a sheriff. In the midst of all the guardians, vandals, and bulldogs.
I mean, yeah, he has to invest a bit on his utils as well, otherwise he's not going to be effective, so it's kind of justified, but as you rightly called it out, economy is massively dented, and once again, they do have the entry for the C site.
Ah, wow, one tap god. He's like playing against fire. Okay, here's where I believe one player might be caught off guard, but looking at the way, he has also chimed in, helping his beloved friend there, Dr. Evil. He was stuck. The ultimate was upon him, but a good swing. And right now, the post-plant scenario looks downright worse for the likes of Amigos. Juggy, even though he's trying to sue things back, I believe it's already long gone. Time not being the favorite friend here for them. One by one, those shots are going to chime in. And there comes the final death blow. Ezzy sealing the deal, getting the 9th on board.
We're here because we're the best.
I think Izzy is
Any
on a
of you
different
forget.
level right now. If you see the last 3 rounds, he's getting 3Ks, 4Ks, and now once again a 3K. That guy is just triumphant. He's aggressive, he's effective, he's valuable for the team. He's switching the roles for the team. Previously playing on a Sentinel, still being effective. Now on an Initiator, he's even more deadly, he's even more fatal. He's the top fragger of the lobby. Just got taken down in 4 rounds. And look at Vim. Just 2 rounds where he got shattered. Where he was sent back to the spawn. Otherwise, he's still there, popping the players off and getting the value. Nanoswarms being effectively utilized, but the alarm bot and one more Nanoswarm is out there on A main. They can utilize that as well. Okay, finally it has been activated.
What a
Bot
nice
will
bait.
get the info, and some pre-fire is also going to give them the info.
Oh my lord. It feels like a rush simulation all of a sudden. Xeon good for one. But I don't think so. They can hold the fort for long. One by one. There's going to be
enemy
swings
remaining.
coming all across.
Spike down.
Finally,
B.
Ace, the last man standing. What can he do? One player down. Two more to go. Chucky, that was a good seize there. Finally seizing that spree of those rounds. 9 to 2,
Last
ladies and
round
gentlemen.
before the
One
switch.
more to go. It's either a double digit or a 9-3 goes coming forward. What's it gonna look like?
Down B.
Yeah, this whole equation can go anywhere from here. As you rightly called it out, it could be a 9-3 curse. But 13-1 is not going to happen. There's that. 9-2. We have a 9-2 scoreline
Looks
for
like you're
now.
taking a solid day at
Last
some
round.
point later.
I don't know, man. It's just... I thought that somebody said that there is a possibility of 13-1. I'm just trying to neglect that fact that it's not 13-1 anymore. But let's see if this peak is going to be worthwhile. Oh, Shera! But Dr. Evil, what kind of a miss was that? More like a mess.
Yeah, even he knows he messed up.
Take
Think
that.
about that. In his afterlife, one tap God, good for one. But Ginola on the other corner, he has shut down Vimp as well. So Prowlers and Haunts not gonna be in the picture. So those informations about where the opponents are gonna be, it's not there. Pain Shell to work around things with, and this time if he throws it at the corner, it's gonna work out. Aim on point. It's all about the action. Ginola still tucked in, and that flash is gonna make things worse. Look at him. One tap God. The moment he saw the opportunity, he's
Dare
like,
to peek.
okay, Nightfall is going to be utilized. He instantly popped off his ult, keeping the enemies at bay. This was a beautiful move coming in from him. And Ezzy, well, now he's just not at all paranoid with no matter what just happens.
One tap God, Esports.
player standing.
He shuts down his opponent away.
Enemy remaining.
It's a 1v2 equation. Now it's a 1v1. It's an ace. Let's go, one tap God. Can he do it?
Oh,
Ah,
no, not at that
that's just not
range.
possible. Ah, should have gone with the Vandal. Should have switched it up. I don't know. I forgot to clearly check that how many bullets he had. But I still believe he could have easily got that advantage in his favor.
Yeah, he could have pulled that off. And even the second intuitive thought where he was thinking to jump around and go near the boxes and do all of his shorty stuff, I thought that he's going to do that, but ultimately he peeked around the corner thinking that the
Oh, he
opponent
was
might
very
be
low in his
just
bullets.
close to the box. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens if you
unfortunate.
anticipate things way too much.
There.
He was down to last 2 bullets in his mag, and reserve bullets were just 6. So around 8 to 10 bullets is what he was having. So that was pretty interesting. I mean, I really wanted to see that ace coming in from one tap God, because in last few rounds, specifically in the first half, the wonderful aggression that one tap God has shown is absolutely amazing. I mean, we talk about diffing your counter agents. I think at this moment, clearly one tap God is doing that. Once again, satching his way in. The Prowler is going to find him. That info is going to get revealed that there is a player lurking in B. Not really lurking, but Ginola, his aggression is not going to be effective for now.
This is the way you keep the alarm bot. You know where the opponents are going to be at. Right in front. Alarm bot.
And the opponents
Xeon.
will know.
Yeah, he's just trying to
opponent also
evade that.
knows.
He's looking at it.
He breaks on
I
both the
believe-
Bulambot and the Nanoswarm.
Oh, and he breaks Dr. Evil as well. His back is completely shattered. Oh my god, that was a very deadly move, but ultimately it paid off. 2 players remaining and a post-spawn can be created.
Look at one tap God. He goes down by the weapon of his opponent, but his boombot still finds a way to put that guy in dirt. Interesting. Now, 30 more seconds.
30
Shera
seconds left.
is out there, but we have the last man standing, still holding the corners. And he has no idea where the player is. And he's just pushing back to A. Wait.
Oh, a bit of a rookie move here. Masters. Now he knows. Now he knows it's neither A, it's
Run.
nor B. Where can he go? It's side C.
And that site in CT spawn specifically, you have two hunters waiting for you. Nico
Oh
with a
no. No, no, no.
versus receives a shot. That was a body shot, so won't really hurt him a lot. Evades the fault line, but won't be able to evade two weapons aiming onto him. And Shera penetrates the skull.
9-4. As soon as Amigos just headed towards the attack side, they've completely enabled themselves. They have like pushed a switch or something, and they're just bringing in rounds after rounds. They have the money to go ahead and bring in those big weapons as well. So for now, I believe Ace is just going to plan on to saving those weapons, and going eco will be the best possible decision here. One tap God, he has invested in a shorty. I mean, fair enough. You can satchel your way across and at least get one frag, pick up the weapon, and yeah, try and maintain that lead.
It's
So much
wait.
spray.
They're trying to take the space. They're trying to open up. One tap guard holding behind the box. He knows that players have already infiltrated. Shera knew that with the Prime Spectre. Takes down one tap guard. Pinola. Dark covers. Xeon on the other corner takes down the Lurk.
One enemy
After he gets compromised.
Oh,
Zinola
Zinola.
is popping off now. Through the smokes, he's walking and coming out as a triumphant one.
My god, doesn't matter at all. No matter where he's aiming, his aim is very snappy. He sees the head, he spots it, he kills them. But now comes the buy round. Ace. They have to make this one count. Else again, their economy will be in shatters. It'll be in shambles. And that's one of the sites where I'm not looking at Ace doing well at all. It's an attack-sided map. So now Amigos. After the 9th where Ace got those rounds, it hasn't been any good one after that. 5-9. And still the push comes to shove. One tap guard. He's completely nullified. He's stuck in the corner. Stranded. But Shera, definitely he's going to be the first one to fall.
Oh, the pain shells are hurting them. Nico, Juggy, they find two. It's a 3v3 fight. The retaliation coming in from one tap guard. Impressive enough. Wimp on the other corner finds one more as well. Down to the last single individual left right now. It's going to be Xeon. Yes, they do have the spike control. They have, I mean, let's just say that he has the control of the spike. Xeon, he's going to push back, go to C. But over there, we have the turrets available. Not just that, nanoswarms are effective over there. So it is obviously going to be a big challenge for Xeon to get that plan done by distracting or confusing his opponents. As Ace have the manpower, they have the HPs and the weapons to work with. I think this one is definitely in the name of Ace.
Yeah. Man count advantage and a player way too close. Dr. Evil
30
has given
seconds
the
left.
insight, and look at the choo-choo train coming in from the flank angle.
What?
From the attacker's spawn itself. Xeon, he needs to play this one very smart. Has no utility whatsoever. So it's all about the raw aim gameplay. Xeon, all the corners being contested one by one. He's taking those heads off. But what can he do more than that? Vim, readily available, gets around, and the defuse is gonna stick through as well. One tap God getting the defusal opportunity just to get those showstoppers in line.
See, it's just the third round, and one tap god is pretty close to having that ult in his name. That's how chaotic this guy plays. Ginola, he's also popping off now. He has
Right
invested on an attack op. Yeah.
Well, one tap God, yes, the killing spree is on par. Right now, just diffing his arch nemesis. He has 22 kills on his name with just mere 9 death. It speaks volumes, man. It speaks volumes. And currently, having the operator in the hands of Ginola, already seems like this round is done for Dusted. Those shots are going to come through. Neko, the first one to bite the dust. Juggy, quick to retaliate.
So Masters finds one more, not just that, AC is going to pick one more down with the Bulldog. Yes, Spectre in that range. I mean, when you are Masters, you can do it. Shera goes down, the last one standing. Ginola, that operator, will it be valuable? No, he gets beaten down with a classic. Oh my god, that's bad. Amigos, nothing to really offer. Yes, they have got some crucial rounds in their name. This might just end up a scoreline of 13-7 at max.
Belittling the enemies has costed a lot. Big investments all across has costed a lot. It's like not getting anything in return at all. And 4,700 credits down the drain. Amigos, they need to come up with a better plan rather than just going ahead, tackling the bull by its horn. Those kind of mistakes are never ever gonna be working. And one tap god yet again. The ultimate, it's alive. He hasn't used it just yet. The moment he gets the insight about where the opponents are heading towards, it's gonna be an easy peasy work for him to go ahead and pop the ultimate. Right now, it just seems like Masters is doing a perfect job in keeping the enemies at bay.
They are forcing their way in. But as we get to see Zion getting compromised that early, Masters on the other corner takes one more down, and I believe that's a big blow to the morale of Team Amigos. It was definitely a thrifty round that they're trying to pull off, but it's just not going to happen. Flash. PK. Another flash. Showstopper. Massive investment coming in from Ginola. That too in a save round. I mean, if you're doing that just to survive as an individual, I doubt that you're going to be the triumphant one at the end.
Match point.
Party's over. Let's
Well,
sort
yeah,
it out.
the party is over, just like the race said. Last round, in the second half. It's all here. Ace, my god. The start was amazing. The end, equally fabulous. Dr. Evil, I mean, I do get it. He has an operator, and we could see him early on, Viff as well. But this time, I believe he's gonna nail some shots. Right in front, I could see Zion being a bit too antsy there. Trying to get that early insight on what's going on towards side C. It's just one click away. Just a couple of steps. But he's gonna run away from there. I hope he's gonna do that. Because the op is staring at him at this point of time. The others heading towards site A. Still the entire place seems so fortified, jam-packed. And they're taking every single step cautiously. Waiting for the fault line. The setup looks perfect. Shera, he's already in a deep trouble here. But Dr. Evil, he's gonna do his thing and shut down Zion.
Here comes the Nightfall. The ultimate's being invested at this moment.
Oh, this is big!
Ace wants to
This
shut the
is
soul
big.
approach. Shouted step. Now Shera is still going to get Masters. That's good. Juggy onto the corner, finds one. Ginola also gets the
Two players
value.
blind.
Both the players have been flashed. He finds one. One tap god is going to continue dissing and dishing out the damage.
Player standing.
Shera on the other corner with a beautiful flank. He thought that he can do it, but Izzy spots him, takes him away. One tap god versus Ginola. Izzy versus Ginola.
Who's it gonna be?
It's spotted.
Oh my
Ginola.
god!
But he evades.
Oh no!
Rolling
He has
thunder
nowhere to go
just
now.
for that individual guy. Yeah.
Power of utility. He's like, nope, let's just get it done with. Nobody give him the spike. He's not gonna go anywhere. Just 10 more
10 seconds
seconds.
left.
He needs 4 seconds to plant. It's already been bought. He's cornered. He cannot do anything. He needs to peek around the corner. Now is the time, but now it's all gone. The round is done and dusted. And Ace getting it to 13-5 and winning it with a scoreline of 2-0. My god. What a game. What a game. Amigos. Well, this definitely was not their time at all.
This was definitely not something that we expected at the initial stage when we kind of announced that this is the matchup that we're going to cast today. I mean,
Hmm.
looking at the competitions, looking at different iffy situations that these guys bring from Ace, specifically in the map of Ascent, I had my doubts. But in that map as well, along with that, in the second map, they were wonderful. From the start till the end, they were just absolutely on
Right.
par. In the previous map, I believe it was Neko, it was Wimp. These individuals, every now and then, they were trying to perform, they were trying to fight back, they were trying to step up a notch. But at the end, in the second map, I think we have to give kudos to One Tap God. The way he was infiltrating the sites, the way even in the defense rounds he was acting was amazing. Not just that, easy on that breach. My man was
Right.
absolutely amazing with the fault lines, with the flashpoints, the aftershocks. He was getting a Wimp and the other players a very good advantage.
That's what happens, right? Whenever you have the breach in your team, you set up those plays. You
Yeah.
set it up in such a way that your teammate can go ahead and do something about it. Because all these utilities are they are very expensive when it comes to getting those crucial rounds, and that's where, my God, the setup was amazing. And that's how you do it, guys. That's how you do it. You give that room, you give that space, and you get the capitalization. It's that you're getting the assist. It doesn't matter, but it's giving the team the edge. That is a man count advantage. It's under your belt. It's one of the biggest things, and be proud of it.
Yeah, it's one of the best advantages that you can really have. But let's now dive into the crucial moments. Those moments which changed the game, which took the trajectory in a different terrain. Look at it all started with One Tap God getting some beautiful values with Genola, countered him. And that could have kind of triggered something in One Tap God. And after that, in every single 1v1 confrontation, we got to see Genola getting shattered.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, yeah, those hopes were shattering away, man. Chinola, even though he was bringing in those marshals, outlaws, operators in the attackers' end, I don't know for what joy, but okay. Those mistakes were committed, but he did give a really big contribution as well in regards with kills, in regards with the way he was playing through as well. But most of the rounds, he was isolated a lot. The kind of combination which we were seeing from one corner, which is from Ace, we were not able to see that at all from Amigos. Especially the breach combination. Juggy, he also tried his level best, but yet again, he was being isolated. So those kind of plays were so prominent for the likes of Ace, and that's how they won it.
Enemy remaining.
Well, at this point, I think Ace will be absolutely happy about having that advantage of the upper bracket finale. But on the other corner, Amigos, they will go back to the drawing board, figure out what went wrong, and to be honest, there were a lot of things that were going wrong for them. First of all, it was definitely the team coordination. Second, the strategies. I mean, you have the conventional approach both in Ascent and the map of Lotus, but you still kind of faltered on because of the fact that you can't really figure out how to go ahead and get aggression done or how to get the postman scenario in a name. That is where I feel this particular team toppled down, and I believe it was 15th round or 14th round when I got to see that in order to survive, Ginola brought in the showstopper just to fight back against one individual. That again is going to cost you a lot when it comes to the team advantage.
Yeah, it definitely does. One tap God for now sitting pretty, getting the MVP for this series, or for this map, sorry. And Omen on the other corner, Shera, my God, he did step up a lot, man. I still remember the point where Killjoy just went ahead, brought in the operator. That was Dr. Evil for the last following round, where it was, I believe it was 9 to 2. Yeah, that's where he brought in the operator. But Shera, my God, due to his presence of mind, just went ahead, tapped him out of existence with just a mere guardian. So plays were there for sure, but ultimately, well, Amigos did not make the cut.
Well, it's unfortunate, but they still have the fight for survival. They are in the lower bracket. They might bounce back from that particular equation because similar things happened in the season 3. Obviously, we cannot deny the fact that it's season 4. We can deny the fact that the teams have evolved a lot. You can clearly see how players are trying to step up. But MVP of the map is going to be, of course, Ace's one tap god, as he has secured 26 amazing frags, out of which 2 were the first kills coming in. 385 is the ACS, 251 is the damage. Headshot percentage is a little bit on the lower corner as compared to all the other individuals that we have seen so far. Also, the damage is a little bit on the lower corner, but the value, the impact of these frags, it is absolutely on par.
The impact player, that is one tap god, casually just running around with Sheriff, Vandal, and whatever weapon he can get his hands on. So yeah, good plays all across. MVP of the map, Ace is one tap god. But I want to see who's the MVP of the series. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be him itself. One tap god for the victory here. 44 total kills, 25 deaths, and an assist or 6. The man has started and ended every single one of them's lives wherever they were thinking that, you know what, let's just go ahead and try and get this round for ourselves. So this man was the biggest hurdle there, the map of Lotus. Yeah, that's how we do it.
Well, there you go. Beautiful victory and beautiful value coming in from this lad. The MVP of the series is one tap god. Either whenever he plays on like duelist role, that's the usual role that he prefers, be it a jet or a race, value is still going to be same, but that impact of the previous game is going to change a little bit things in the level up leaderboard, guys. Why we are talking about level up leaderboard, guys? Because at the end of the tournament, if you are there on the top 3 hashtag 1, 2 and 3 position respectively, you will get a chance of securing some right goodies. Currently it's Caramel sitting on the top, Ramel, then we have 69G, and from Amigos we have Neko. Doxer was there, but I believe he has been dethroned.
Yeah, by his own. Oh no, yeah, I completely get that. Neko.
Not his own
Well,
teammate, yeah.
so
Yeah.
I was about to say by his own teammate, but no, it wasn't his own teammate. Doxer is from Nairi
From
Esports.
Nairi, I
So
guess.
Doxer will definitely feel betrayed though that one of his friends has done that, even though they're in completely 2 different teams. But yeah, that's how the entire leaderboard goes up, right? It's about how you perform. It's
Yeah.
about how you level up yourself. And if you want to know more of this information, then go ahead, follow the Esports Club on the social media handles. That's right. That's on Instagram and alongside X as well. So you can get all of those regular updates. But I believe in X, it is the Esports Club too.
Yeah, guys, you will get all the details regarding the socials right here in the description of the live stream. So just go ahead and tap on it, get all the socials, follow it up so that you have the idea of what is happening. But now, let's talk about the top 5 agents. Initially, it was Sova sitting on the top. Right now, Omen has taken the charge. Killjoy is still sitting in the mid with 15%. Jet and Breach following it up with 11 and 9% respectively. But the top 3 maps still remains the same. We have Haven, Ascent and Lotus, out of which if you see the percentage of Haven and Ascent are pretty much in harmony. Lotus is a little bit lesser preferred, but then again, we have seen that these 3 maps have been utilized a lot, specifically in the upper bracket semi-finale.
Yeah, those thoughts were good. And I feel that these maps, the more they're going to be played, the more teams can understand where the opponents are falling apart, how they're going ahead for the mid round, those mid game pushes, and the post plants, how is it going to be played. I am just thinking that at this point of time, multiple players will just understand all of the opportunities where they're just going ahead and creating in that map. But talking about the top 4 MVP, for sure, Hellboy, he's still sitting at the top position, having 101 kills. But soon, as long as the tournament is going, he's going to be dethroned. Super Kata, today's performance with 100 kills, sitting in the 2nd spot. And 3rd is going to be Smoker alongside One Tap God. Previous to this, Payback and 3 other players from the likes of Anything Works were there. Right now, you can see it. Already, the competition is just evolving. It's slowly coming to a point where multiple players are just stepping up the game. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of individuals are proving themselves quite lethal, and as you rightly called it out, they are stepping up their game. They are proving themselves even more effective in the game. And with respect to the team, it really matters the most because yes, we have the level up leaderboard, we have the top 4 MVP chart, but at the end, if you are there still in the competition till the end of the tournament, you still have the chance of improving your stance in level up leaderboard and these individual play style situations. But looking at the brackets, yes, there are a lot of interesting approaches that have been there from the upper bracket quarter finale. We've seen teams faltering down, we have teams saying bidding favorable from this equation as well. For example, Amigos Retribution and Team Payback went out yesterday. Now, from the upper bracket, we have Amigos Esports, and along with that, Nearest Bus Stand dropping down to the lower bracket. And tomorrow, guys, if I'm not wrong, we have a very interesting matchup queued in for the lower bracket. The fight for survival is going to be there tomorrow, and it is between Nearest Bus Stand against Fambra.
Yeah, tomorrow's game super pumped. I just want to see what's gonna happen because lower brackets, they keep getting interesting. Anything works in Amigos Esports. This is one of the games which I do want to see as well. So hoping that it's going to be in the next following day. Tomorrow there's only one game, so make sure you all are going to be ready and excited to look at the entire plethora of gameplays which we can see. Tomorrow 11 a.m. is the time where we're going to go live. So make sure you're readily available. If you do not know when the stream is going live, then here's the thing: you can go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell icon, you'll get the notification, and you can do all of those procedures. Moving forward, yet again, thanks to these people that we are here and enjoying this entire show. Thank you for the Esports Club's production for such smooth transitions and getting that perfect insight onto what's going on as well. Alongside our GPU partners, Zotac Gaming, our SSD and RAM people, folks out there that is crucial, giving us the top of the line products. And if you all want to understand what's going on, how do you even implement it, what do you need, how things are working, gossip.gg is waiting at your doorstep. All you have to do is go ahead, watch those videos and understand how things can work out. Other than that, it was me, Ausura, alongside Raider for today. It has been an amazing day, 2 beautiful matches. Tomorrow we're going to see you yet again. Don't go anywhere. Till then, just rank up, grind. Any final words, Raider?
I guess bye-bye. We'll be back shortly, guys.
Bye,
Tomorrow 11 a.m. Stay tuned.
When are you gonna upgrade your system? Alright, let's do this.
Once there was a hunter who saw what others could not. With a magic case in her backpack, she roamed with wild abandon into the great unknown. Her gaze inescapable, her reflexes lightning fast. When armies swarmed, she went through. With eyes open wide, hands steady, holding, watching, capturing everything in sight.
The Crucial Pro DDR5 RAM kit comes with a sleek, modern look that will complement any build. But aesthetics aside, it's the performance that really matters. So let's dive into it. The default JEDEC timings are 46, 45, 45, but it does come with 2 XMP and Expo settings for those looking for a little more performance. With XMP 3.0 Profile 1, you can push the speed up to 5600 megatransfers per second. If you prefer a slightly lower speed but tighter timings, Profile 2 offers 5200 megatransfers per second at 42, 42, 42 timings. We've run some benchmarks and stress tests to give you an idea of how it performs. In general, dropping the speed and tightening the timings with the second XMP/Expo profile yielded better results for us on our test system. Paired with a Ryzen 7800X 3D, we saw anywhere from a 1 to 5% performance bump depending on workloads. All in all, the Crucial Pro DDR5 64GB RAM kit by Micron is a fantastic choice for first-time builders and enthusiasts alike.